Yogis, it's me, Vicki. Welcome back to yoga. It's been a couple weeks since I published a video, so welcome back to my channel. In a few moments, at the bottom of your screen, you're going to see another picture of me, and if you click on that picture, you can subscribe to my channel if you like my videos. And that way you'll get a notification if I publish something. Today, I'd like to practice a beginner, a non-beginner. I'm going to say non-beginner. So if you are a beginner to yoga, you might want to check out one of my other videos, such as Basic 1 or Chair Yoga or Level 1 type of videos. Okay, because this one is going to move a little bit faster. I have a few more little poses in here that might be a little much if you're new to yoga. So anyway, let's sit tall in our easy seat. Sitting bones connected to the earth. Gentle smile on your face. Always happy to be practicing yoga, right? So we can take a few breaths in through the nose, out through the nose. Settle into your little rectangular space that we call your yoga mat, your special space today. If you want to, you could shift the gaze down or even close your eyes as you're breathing. Inhaling through the nose, exhaling through the nose. In breath, out breath. Sometimes when we practice yoga, we feel as if we're just alone on this rectangular space that we call our mat. Know that you are not alone. There are others practicing right now, right at this moment in the world. You are not the only yogi practicing. So know that we are not alone. So some of you who have taken my studio classes know that I believe in angels. And if you're really feeling alone, when you come off your yoga mat, maybe you're doing something like trying to go to sleep and you're troubled, or just feeling alone in your thoughts and your own headspace in a way, know that there's angels out there that are looking over you, and you can always ask one of them to help you, like the angel of patience or the angel of confidence. There's always an angel out there for you. You just have to call on them and ask them to help you. You are not alone. I am not alone. We are not alone. Let's take a few more breaths, maybe 2 or 3. I am not alone. On your next inhale, let's just bring the gaze back into the room and float the arms up overhead. Shift the gaze up if you wish, palms together, exhaling hands to heart, connecting thumbs to your own heart, breathing. Let's find some movement of the spine now as we inhale, arms up again, touching hands if you'd like. Exhaling, left arm down to the mat, right arm over for a nice side stretch. Moving along to inhale back up and exhale to the opposite side, melting into that side stretch. Inhale again, exhale, opposite side. As we keep going, let the breath connect to the movement, the exhale, as we melt and open. The inhale, as we bring the arms up again. Exhale, melt. One more time. And exhale. Gentle smile on our face. Good. Let's bring the hands back down to heart center. And then inhale right here. Exhale, gentle twist to the left. Just wrapping the arms around. Shifting the gaze. Let's just spiral on back to center and exhale other side. Notice when you exhale how the belly draws in strongly, right? Let's try this again. The exhale in the full expression of the twist, the belly drawing in strongly. Inhale, float past center. Again, exhale, melt into the twist. The spine is nice and long. One more time. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Good. Coming back to center. Let's just take the fingertips on the ground here, right here on the two sides of the body. And exhale, sliding those fingertips forward for a little fold. Please keep this nice and gentle. Very, very gentle, coming over the legs. If your hands don't touch the ground, that's okay. Drawing the belly in, sliding the hands now behind us, lifting the heart center. So you might be on fingertips here. Gaze shifted up, breathing. Little back extension here. It might feel like a little back bending. Exhale and release. Beautiful. Let's bring the legs around and into our table posture. Hands and knees. Little cat-cow flow as we inhale to cow. Exhale to cat. Again, the same flow through the belly. So inhale, belly softens and opens. Exhale, belly draws in. The spine rounds. Same thing again. And exhale. Good. Let's do one more today. Just trying to get some warmth into the spinal column and the muscles surrounding it. Back to our table, right hand to the hip. Twist it out there. And exhale into thread the needle. Take your time. If the shoulder comes down to the ground, great. If not, that's great too. A couple of you might be bringing this arm back and around for a little half bind. Breathing. Let's release that half-bound arm, hand in front of the face. Press yourself back up. Very nice. Inhale, left arm. Hand to hip, twist it out. Exhale, thread the needle. Relaxing that left arm. Again, this right arm could come up and around to half bind behind. Breathing. Nice twist here in this thread the needle. Some teachers call this eye of the needle pose. Let's release that right hand next to the face. Press back up again. Very nice job. Now let's see if we can drop these forearms down. So we're in a forearm table now. Make sure you have enough room on the mat. You might have to move up a little bit for some of you. And we'll clasp the hands together. So the elbows are under the shoulders, right? Now let's shift the shoulders forward just a little bit so we can tuck our toes. Shift the heels back for a plank pose with the forearms, hands clasped, right? So this may feel a little different for some. We're pushing the heels back and we're drawing the shoulders down away from the earlobes, keeping the neck in line with the spine. Let's take a few more breaths. If this becomes too much for you, continue the energy drawing back, but you may want to drop your knees as a variation. Few more breaths here. So feeling the core muscles tightening. Those are the muscles that surround your front and back areas of your body from shoulders to hips. That's your entire core, right? Shoulders to hips. Breathing. One more, hang on. Now let's drop the knees down and walk the knees back underneath the hips to where we started. So we're back in our forearm table. This time we'll tuck the toes and see if we can access Dolphin Pose here. So the legs might feel a little bit like you're in a down dog with the forearms dropped, right? Notice how the head feels a little bit lower here. So if you'd like to try, you could walk your feet in a little bit. The more you walk your feet in, the more the head will drop a little bit lower, right? So we're keeping the top of the head off the ground with a strong support of our forearms and shoulders, but just walking in as far as we can, breathing. One more breath. Great, now can we walk back out to our forearm table plank, or forearm plank. I don't know why I said table there. Plank pose. Hang on. Happy shoulders, right? I love my shoulders, right? Knees can always drop. One more breath. Exhale, let's drop the knees. Place the toes flat, dropping the belly down. Now let's unclasp the hands, placing them on the mat for Sphinx Pose. Breathe. Some of you may feel that this might feel a little easier than what we just did, right? Breathe. Great. Now, if you'd like to, you can stay with the arms in this position, or some may bring their forehead down, pile up the hands, elbows out, and rest here for the next pose, right? So option one, the Sphinx arms. Option two, the reclined crocodile arms. All right, I'm going to take this from the Sphinx option. And we'll take one of our legs out to the side, doesn't matter which one, for a half frog. So the knee is out to the side, the ankle is in line vertically under the knee, and the toes face outward. Again, if this is too much, come down to the reclined crocodile arms with the head down. Breathing. Taking another breath, keeping the opposing hip grounded from the frog leg. Exhale, let's release that frog leg. We're back in Sphinx. Good. Now we'll try the other side. And again, the option to drop the forehead down to the reclined crocodile arms. Breathing. Just letting the hips open a little bit in a different way here. One more breath. Exhale, let's bring that leg back, very nice. Now dropping the chest down, let's slide the arms behind us. Can we turn the palms down, bringing the legs a little closer together, lifting to Savasana, our locust pose. So we're lifting anything off the mat right now that we can lift. Hands, arms, chest, legs. Breathing. Working through the back core muscles. I know this is hard work, right? So these are muscles that sometimes we don't like to use. Okay? So we're trying to use them, right? 2 more breaths. Can we get just a little bit higher? Floating up a little bit more. Good, and exhale, release down. Let's bring these hands next to the chest. Inhale to Cobra Pose. So our hips are still down. Now we've got a pretty big back bend going here. One more breath. Exhale, come down a little bit. And then inhaling Cobra to Child, all the way back. Child pose, relax, relax. Breathe. Beautiful job, right? Nice work. Let's relax the shoulders a little bit more by bringing the arms behind us. Now I'm going to take you right into a new flow here, see if you can stay with it. Hands behind for Yoga Mudra, right? Can we lift the body a little bit up from our child to rabbit pose as the arms come off the back, the head comes down to the mat. Unfortunately, I wore a hair clip today, so I can't get completely flat on the head. There is my clip. Now inhale, release that, come all the way up to a kneel, arms overhead, little tiny camel, right? We lift the heart up there. Exhale, hero's pose, hands to heart. Oh, how nice. Let's come right back into our rabbit pose. Arms behind, lifting. All the way up to the kneel, camel pose. Breathe. Exhale to heroes. Good. Trying that one more time, our rabbit pose. Stretching through the shoulders. Inhaling, come up to the camel. And exhale, heroes. Great job. Hands to the ground, tabletop. Setting up downward dog, tucking toes, stretching it out. Downward facing dog. Take your time, move around. Breathe. Get some movement into the legs if you can here. Maybe some pedaling or movement. Stretching those shoulders out now. I love my shoulders, right? The shoulder angel is what we're calling for here. Where's my shoulder angel, right? Good, now let's take this left leg a little closer to the center of the mat as we open the right hip with a bent knee, coming up to the hip opening shape, and shifting our gaze underneath that armpit, stretching. Good, let's exhale this down. Place that foot down and we'll try the other side. So hip opening to the other side. Feel the stretching through that low belly as well. Good, let's exhale that down. Now we'll separate the feet a little bit more, almost like a hips distance apart, regular downward dog. Let's pick up the right hand, wrap it around the left calf, take a little twist as we shift our gaze, again under that armpit. Exhale, release. And the opposite side, so left hand, right calf. Little twist. And bringing that back, beautiful. On your next breath, walk, step, or jump to your hands for forward fold, front of the mat. Take a few breaths, relax, 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 right? Our first forward fold. Inhale, bring yourself up. Little back bend if you wish. We'll bring the arms around, back to the heart. Let's move through a couple of half sun salutations today. Inhale up. Exhale, swan dive. Inhale, lift halfway. And exhale, release down. As you rise up, know that you're not alone in your practice. Right? We're never alone practicing. Inhale up. Exhale, swan dive. And lift halfway. And exhale down. Inhale, rise. Who knows, I might be practicing sometime right when you're practicing. Like right now I might be, while you're watching this video. Inhale. Exhale, swan dive. Halfway, lift up. Exhale, release, and inhale, rise. Little back bend, arms around, back to the heart. Take a couple breaths. So let's move into a little bit more work standing today in our standing postures. Please take your time. Any variations or rest that you need is always welcome. Let's inhale up. Exhale, swan dive to fold. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, release. Left foot steps back, warrior one, inhale, and we'll hold for a few breaths. Breathing. Smiling gently. Exhale. Hands frame the foot. Stepping to plank pose. Now this is a full plank, right? Not a forearm plank. Option to take low plank for a vinyasa, or simply to flip the feet to find your upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. 2 breaths. Let's step that left foot forward for warrior one. Inhaling, breathing. Looking up if you can. Shifting the gaze. Exhale, hands frame the foot. Plank pose. Option for low plank. Inhale to upward dog. Exhale, downward facing dog for 2 breaths. Good. Inhale, walk, step, or jump to your hands. Forward fold. Let's bend the knees and find chair pose. Taking a few breaths. Inhale, rise, little back bend. Arms around, back to the heart. Take a few breaths. Let the breath settle. Know that when we add on to this sequence, we're coming from a place of steady breath, steady mind. When you're ready, inhale. Exhale, swan dive to fold. Lifting halfway up. Exhale down. Left foot steps back, warrior one. Inhale. Now carefully turn to warrior two. Right? Take a moment to adjust the feet if needed. Breathe. The angel of determination has been called on now. Right? Angel of our deep determination and fortitude here. Let's exhale, side or extended angle pose. Keeping the shape of the legs. Breathing. Slowly spiral to runner's lunge. Square the hips to the front of the mat. And then let's meet in a gentle standing split, where we just lift that back leg up. It doesn't have to be real high. Just balancing there. Let's take that back leg, bend the knee, tap it next to the supporting leg knee. So both knees are together tapped. The one foot is lifted, little Shiva squat. I'm going to use the yoga mudra arms here behind. Breathing. Let's come up. Some of you might come to a knee lift here. There might be one or two, maybe trying a full big toe hold here. You can reach down and grab the big toe there. Good. Exhale. Let's release to mountain. Nice job. Nice deep breath. On your next breath, inhale. Exhale, swan dive. Lifting halfway up. Exhale down. Right foot steps back. It's a warrior one. We've been here before, right? Opening now to our warrior two. Again, taking time. Breathing. Shifting the gaze forward beyond your mat. Determination here. The angel is with you. On your next exhale, side or extended angle pose. Breathe. Can we spiral to runner's lunge? Watch the position of the back foot. You'll have to spin that foot, right? And then our standing split is next. You have to press off that back foot. Breathing. Let's bend that back leg, tap the knees together there, little Shiva squat. You can stay here or release the arms for that yoga mudra. Some will join me in coming up to a knee lift. If you feel comfortable going to your big toe hold, you could try that here. Right? Grabbing onto that big toe, holding, breathing. Exhaling, releasing to mountain. Nice big exhale. Okay, well, let's just do a little bit more there. That was fun, right? Let's just do a little bit more. All right. Inhale up. Exhale, swan dive. Lift halfway. Exhale, release. Moving a little faster now. Drop that left foot back for warrior one. Opening to your warrior two. We were here before. Great. Let's try our side or extended angle pose. Some of you might want a little bind here. If this pose feels good on your body, you can take that upper arm behind. maybe one or two with that lower arm to full bind, grabbing the fingers behind. So you're just bending at the first knuckle there to reach the other hand. Good. Exhaling, releasing. Spiraling around to runner's lunge. This time let's drop that back knee. Place the toe flat and find a kneeling lunge with our yoga mudra, arms behind. Lifting the heart. Breathing. Exhaling, hands frame the foot. Let's find our runner's lunge here. We're back to our standing split. If you want to have a little more fun, release your fingers from the ground. See if you can hold your ankle there for a second. It's called a 1-point balance there. Nice. Let's bend that long leg knee, tap it together with the other knee for our little Shiva squat. You might be coming around with that yoga mudra behind. We've been here before. Option to bring yourself right up to that knee lift. Some to maybe to the big toe hold again for a couple of you. Breathing. Exhale, release. One more time. Angel of determination is with us, right? Inhale up. Exhale, Swanda. Halfway lift. Exhale down. Right foot steps back. Warrior one. Inhale. Exhale to warrior two. So we're moving to that side or extended angle pose. This is the one where you may have done a bind or a half bind on the other side. So top arm comes back behind. Bottom arm might feed through. First knuckle clasping. And then shifting the gaze up, if you can. Breathing. Exhale, release, spiral around to that runner's lunge. And then we'll drop that back knee for our kneeling lunge option here. Yoga mudra arms again, drawing the shoulders down, drawing the knuckles down. Breathe. Exhale, hands frame the foot. Picking up the back knee, so we're back in runner's lunge. Coming to our standing split for the last time. Now, some of you on the other leg released fingers to the ankle for a little 1-point balance option. And then we'll bend the knee, the right knee, tuck it or tap it next to the left for that little Shiva squat. Yoga mudra, arms behind again. Good, and then coming up to the knee lift again. Option for the big toe hold for some to finish this sequence. Thankful for our angels. We are not alone. Exhale, release. Stand tall. Whatever you did, be proud. Whatever happened there, just be proud. We're practicing yoga and we're together. All right, I'm going to bring my hands together. I'm stepping to the long side of the mat now, just into a gentle straddle of toes face forward. Let's go ahead and take a triangle to either side, just to stretch out our side body. So we'll turn the left foot forward palms of the hands face now. So as that happens, go ahead and slide forward towards that front leg, and then shift the arms to 6 o'clock. Breathe. Breathe, breathe, breathe. You don't have to touch the floor, right? We're just stretching through the side body, that's all. As you exit this pose, inhale, lift up. Let's bring those arms back out, palms forward, but just shift the feet. Take that left foot in and the right one turns. Now slide forward and shift the arms. Stretch out, breathe. You can look up here if you'd like to. Two more breaths. Inhale, lift up, and bring yourself back. We'll just bring those arms down, bring the toes back. Now, let's go ahead and start to get into the inner thigh area for some stretching. We'll bring the hands to the hips. Inhale, lift the heart. Exhale, come forward, long back. And then if you'd like to, just go ahead and fold here, nice straddle fold. Some of you are going to toe heel out here. Toe heel, toe heel, toe heel, toe heel. Keep the feet flat, right? You might be coming down on the forearms. Maybe the head is down. Breathe. Breathe, breathe, breathe. Stretching through the hips, stretching through the inner thighs. There's a lot of tiny little muscles in there, in that area, that can get very tight. And this can affect our balance. It can affect our hips, how we walk, how we move, how we sit. Couple more breaths. And slowly bring yourself up to hands if you were down. Let's toe heel in a little bit. This time we'll turn the feet diagonal. So you're kind of in a diagonal footed fold. Let's walk the fingers over to the left foot. Find a God of War pose. You might come up onto the ball of that left foot if you need to. And then lift those right toes up, the right knee is up. We're just stretching. Let's bring it to the other side. Opposite leg. Toes up. Shift again. Not too fancy here. We're just going back and forth in our God of War poses. I'm not even doing any fancy arms here today. Just back and forth. One more time. Very nice. Now all the way back to that straddle. Let's keep the toes facing forward. Toe heel in, toe heel in. Now you're just a little bit wider than the hips here. Stop there. Can we drop a knee one by one? When you try a full frog pose, I know some of you don't have any props near you, that's okay. If you want to try, let's see if we can shift the knees out a little bit, almost like you're doing a straddle on your knees. Then making those frog feet where your toes face out on either side and the knee and the ankle are in a vertical line. I know, right? So if I drop the forearms down, the hips are going to try to line up horizontally with the knees. Like you've made a little L shape from your hip to your knee to your ankle. A few of you might be more comfortable if you can stack your fists and place your forehead here. It doesn't matter how low you are, and please never, never, never force this particular pose. Any pose, but especially this one. Right? These are tiny, tiny muscles that we're stretching now. They're not the real big muscles. So we need to be very kind. It's our full frog pose. Let's take a couple more breaths. Two more. Good. Now, on your next inhale, very slowly start to come up onto your hands. A little bit of work. And we need to bring the legs in somehow, sort of like a knee-toe movement there. Let's drop down to a seat. Nice job. Nice, nice job. We'll come into our one-legged seated forward fold with our left leg out and our right leg bent in. Good. Let's inhale. Nice long spine now. And exhale, come forward towards the long leg. If you want, you can put your fingers on the foot, right, to make a little bind there if you'd like to. Or even a hand to wrist bind for some of you. That would be your right wrist, so the left hand's holding. Take a couple breaths. Excellent for hamstring stretching, excellent for hip stretching, excellent for lower back stretch. One more. Good. Now slowly bring yourself back as you come to a neutral spine. Let's open this long leg to a diagonal, placing the arm against that leg, palm out, sliding that palm down towards the foot. Now let's use this right arm to open our ribs like a twist, right? We're pulling those ribs back, looking up, and then let your arm come from that space over towards your left toes. Ear to knee posture, or head to knee, as some will call it. Again, we're not forcing, not a thing. Bring yourself up, up, up to come out of this pose. Right arm behind the hip. Let's sweep up with our left arm to a little wild thing. Long leg gets longer, a little back bend here. Exhale, release. Good. We'll bring the left leg in so that both heels are lined up with the midline of our body. Fingertips behind. Let's lift the hips up and tilt the pelvis forward, opening the heart here, drawing the shoulders down. Knees to the ground if possible. Breathe. Over time, we'll be able to do this in full lotus pose, right? Good. Now let's switch sides with the right leg out long and the left leg stays bent. Inhale here. Exhale, heart forward. Hands can come to the foot if you wish. Or again, the little wrist grab, right hand grabbing left wrist. Breathing. If you're practicing and you're not watching a video like this, if you're in a stretch like this, try to stay for 5 to 10 breaths. Definitely. You don't want to just stay for one breath and pop right out of it, because it doesn't give the body enough time for the connective tissues and all to do the work that it needs to do for the flexibility of those muscles, the stretching. Let's bring ourselves back out of that. Good. And now we'll open this leg long to the diagonal, taking that same arm palm forward, sliding that arm down towards the foot. Our left arm comes to the ribs and opens them up a little bit to the side. Then let that arm come right from there towards that right foot. Breathe. Another breath if you can. Inhale, lift yourself up and out of that. Left arm behind you. Sweep the right arm up. for a little wild thing. As we lift the hips off the mat, stretch, breathe. Little back bend, let it all go. Good, exhale, release down. Very nice. Let's bring the right leg in, both heels lined up towards the midline of the body, or if you can sit in full lotus pose, you're welcome to go there. Hands behind, hips lift, tilting the pelvis forward, dropping the knees, opening the heart. Breathe. Good, exhale, release, very nice. It's time to come onto our backs. Let's bring the legs together. Make sure you have enough room behind you, and go ahead and pick up one knee and just roll yourself back, knees to chest. If you'd like, if it feels good on your back, lift your heart to your knees for a little Abhinasana shape. Excellent for the low back. Also very good for the stomach, as the pressure of the thighs on the stomach. It's very therapeutic for our bellies. Exhale, release down. Now let's open our arms to a T, drop the legs to the left side, and immediately extend the right leg long into the left hand. The head can turn away from the legs for a full twist. Breathing. You might be noticing a little extra stretch through the gluteal muscles. Those are your buttock muscles. Let's bring that leg back, legs to center. And then your next exhale brings them to the opposite side, top leg out into the right hand or near the right hand, head turns, twist. The breath follows the shape of the body. Still inhaling, still exhaling. Like a spiral shape. Excellent. Rebend that knee. Let's bring that back to center. Maybe one more little hug. Now as you drop the feet to the ground, hips distance apart, at this juncture of class, you may choose bridge pose by simply lifting the hips off of the mat there. Or there might be one or two of you watching that would prefer to choose wheel pose. If you're going there, hands will come next to the ears and pressing up from there. So we're working to lengthen the legs and to lengthen the arms in our wheel pose. Wherever you are, see if you can stay for 3 or 4 breaths. Breathing, just enjoying the extension of the back. Exhaling, coming down when you're ready, tucking the head if you're in wheel. Maybe one more little hug, knees to the chest. So we're opening the whole body long for Savasana, heels to the opposite corners of the mat. Arms to your sides, palms down or up. A well-deserved Shavasana today. Angels surround us, right? We may have called on some angels in our practice today to help us along the way. So as you lie here, please try to stay for about 5 minutes. You may want to turn your device off so that you have some quiet. Let your heart rate settle, let your breath settle. And just know that you are not alone in your practice. You are not alone in your life. Angels surround. Namaste to all of you.